Okay, so I don't know who's going to end up winning this fight, but do not be surprised. Here, let me mute this. Do not be surprised if they give it to the 39-year-old Derek Chisora. 41-year-old Gerald Washington had a really good first half of the fight. But then again, let me be honest with you. If I was to rate this fight from on a scale of 1 to 10, I would give it a 6. Replay value is very low. You have Derek Chisora being the high volume-ish pressure fighter, but real sloppy, low technique, low accuracy, but he's always dangerous. Gerald Washington had the jab, but it was more like it wasn't a jab that was meant to do anything but to set up the right hand. And sometimes every now and then he would catch Derek Chisora with an uppercut that Derek Chisora would sometimes lean in with. Chisora is listed as a little bit under 6'1". I mean, a little under 6'2", while Gerald Washington is 6'6". Here is their records before we get to the cards. 33-13 with 23 KOs coming to the fight. His last KO was against David Price, and that shouldn't mean nothing if you know who David Price is. Back in 2019, before that, someone else with a questionable chin, Artur Szpilka. And he did get that big-time KO against Dillian Whyte, the biggest of his career. Gerald Washington, every time he's lost, he's been stopped. 5 KOs, losing 3 of his last 4. Getting knocked out by Ali Demirezian, the Prince, Charles Martin. He beat Robert Helenius, who's fighting Anthony Joshua next, by the way. But before that, he was stopped by Adam Kwasniewski. Gerald Miller and Deontay Wilder put him on his ass. On TstreeT Controversy with FightView 360, I'm really interested to read these or to listen to these cards because I will not be surprised, Derek Chisora being from the UK and being the love that he is, that they won't give it to him. But my question to you is, do you think that if he loses to Gerald Washington, can Derek Chisora still get big fights? I'm trying to figure out if losing to Gerald Washington will hurt him to the point where it's going to be like, all right, it's time for you to hang him up. But according to the commentators right now, it looks like they may be calling it. Could this be the end of him? I've been covering him since 2010. No, 12. 11? When did he fight for Vitaly Klitschko?
Marcus McDonald, 98-93.
Oh, shit.
Steve Gray, 97-94. And Bob Williams scored this bout 96-94. All 3 for your winner by unanimous decision, Derek Chisora.
The train rolls on. Derek Chisora with another victory. Maybe disputed a bit, but nonetheless, he gets win again. Derek Chisora there with a big win over Gerald Washington. Anthony Joshua's boxing journey once again stops off here at the O2. It may not be the opponent he was expecting, but AJ says he's off the leash and ready for battle. The countdown continues after the break.
How do you feel about those cards? How do you feel about that? I wonder what social media is saying. How do you feel about that? How do you feel about that? I don't know if I feel it about that. See, here's the thing. If the cards wasn't so wide, the cards were so wide. Well, the train rolls on for Derek Chisora. The cards were so wide. Let's see here. Well, you have people in an uproar. 98-93 is disgusting in my opinion. I'm reading them off of social media just to get just a general live real-time reactions of the people. It was an awful fight to watch, but I'm seeing a lot of people disputing UK people. I guess you can say people are calling robbery. I can't call a robbery, but I can say that the cards were closer than I expected them for them. I mean, wider, excuse me, for Chisora than I expected them to be. But either way, it's not a performance where I want to see Derek Chisora again. But that's just the band rolls on. But from what I'm seeing from social media right now, is a lot of people feeling, you know how people can call a close fight a robbery, but they feel the wrong person won. The wrong person won. And also, that's Gerald Washington's fault because he wasn't doing anything. He only had 3 punches in his arsenal. The jab, the straight, and the uppercut. But there was many rounds, especially the second half of the fight, where he just was literally being outworked, even though Derek Chisora's punches were sloppy, glazing. Surprisingly, his most effective punch in the second half seemed to be the jab, or at least what he landed with consistently for Derek Chisora. Madness. Well, the band plays on, so now who do we see Derek Chisora fight next? You don't go back and rebuild him up. You think they would do him versus Dempsey McKean? Ew, please don't. Oh my gosh. Dempsey McKean stunk it up bad with Felix Hergovitz in the last fight. By the way, this card so far, the only person that's been in an entertaining fight is Johnny Fisher, getting the stoppage over Harry Armstrong. This card has been horrendous, ladies and gentlemen. Horrendous. We're going to take a small break before the main event and the ring walks. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe. I'm TstreeT Controversy with Fight View 360. Just a small